Today, in Sydney, Australian Border Force officers have major concerns about the passport of this Chinese national, as it has failed an initial security check at the primary line. Suspecting it may be fraudulent, the man is escorted to a private room, where officers carry out a baggage search. And their concerns are raised even further when they locate yet another questionable document.
Have you seen this one before?
No.
I've seen many Chinese driver's license and they're not like these.
No.
His passport and driver's license will be forensically examined to check their authenticity, while a formal interview will be conducted with the passenger to determine how they came to be in his possession.
Mr. Lee, can you tell me where you got your passport from?
我老婆给我办的，她在什么地方办的，我也不知道。
My wife helped me get this passport. I don't know where she put the application to.
我也不知道嘛。
I didn't ask.
Did you have to fill out an application for the passport?
不是，
No, I didn't fill out anything.
Did she buy it off somebody else?
我不知道。
I don't know.
What about your driver's license? Can you tell me where you obtained that driver's license?
我在办驾照的时候
Applied
是
to a driving school.
Okay.
He's not admitting to anything, so Officer Alex puts forward his suspicions directly to the passenger.
We believe that that driver's license itself is not genuine. We also believe that the passport is not genuine, therefore putting your whole identity into question.
Previously on border security, an elderly Australian couple arrived at Sydney Airport and told officers they had been invited to a wedding in Vietnam by a family friend.
So how do you know this friend? Is it just a friend from Melbourne?
We knew him when he was baby.
Oh, okay. Your friend organised your trip to go there, yeah?
Emily.
But at the last minute, the wedding was
We
cancelled.
went there, there was something wrong with the papers, they couldn't get married.
So the wedding never went ahead?
Nah.
And the would-be groom asked the couple to bring a suitcase with them back into Australia, which contained, amongst other things, 9 packets of food.
Oh, they gave you these ones?
Yeah.
They've got all these food items. Someone's left them a note for them to bring these packages back.
Okay.
And it was confirmed that they contained a total of 5 kilograms of ephedrine that could have produced 2.5 kilograms of methamphetamine or ice with a street value of up to $700,000.
Positive to ephedrine.
Okay guys, your food packages have come back for traces of drugs.
I don't know nothing bad. I've never done this before.
No,
I
that's
don't
all
know
right.
nothing bad.
We just got it.
The
That's
pair
our
were
procedure.
clearly shocked, and the officers believed that they had no idea of the bag's illegal contents.
I'm clean. I got nothing to do with that things.
But there is one way that could prove their innocence.
This man, your friend, is coming back tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So today, in Melbourne, officers are sure they have now caught up with the couple's friend.
We have a passenger coming in now. He's arriving from Vietnam. We believe he's got something to do with a seizure that we just had in Sydney, and we're going to try to find out if he's involved with that.
They are already suspicious that he is transporting illegal drugs himself.
We believe that he could be carrying packages on his body, on the lower part of his back. What's your background? Are you...
I'm a truck driver.
You're a truckie? Oh, all right. All right, cool.
A key question is, why did he suddenly decide to travel a day later than he originally booked?
The 11th. Oh, so you said you had to change your ticket?
I had to change my ticket because I stayed longer.
Why'd you decide to stay longer?
In an extremely unusual moment,
Because I was in trouble with him. Get rid of them, I can talk about.
Oh, okay.
the man decides to remove his false teeth and gives the most surprising reason Officer Ben has ever heard for someone to delay their flight.
She caught me cheating.
Oh, you got caught cheating. How'd she catch you cheating?
Her brother seen me.
Okay. Oh, that's a bit awkward, isn't it?
A little.
My question is, tell me the truth about your passport. Where did you get it?
In Sydney, Australian Border Force officers are interviewing a Chinese national after his passport failed an initial security check at the primary line.
And we believe that the passport itself has been fraudulently altered. Can you tell me anything about that?
那我不知道啊。
Well, I have no idea.
Claiming his wife gave him the passport and that he knows nothing, it will be taken for further analysis. While the driver's license found in his luggage will also be inspected to determine if it is legitimate.
One of our checks is for UV. I put it under our UV light and it is not reacting in the way that I would expect. The paper is not UV dead.
And there are other, more obvious telltale signs that this document is a fake.
It's not normal for birthday to be written instead of date of birth against someone's biodata, so that also concerns me. I think this man has a collection of fraudulently altered documents.
To confirm Officer Barbara's suspicions, the passport is handed over to document examiners who will look for a number of sophisticated security features embedded throughout its pages. While they cannot all be revealed for security reasons, if these indicators are not found, then the document is not genuine.
Our points of concern were the checksum,
Yep.
the number on the
That's
top
right.
of that,
Yep.
and there's some other features that we're also concerned about. We have sought advice from our document examiner and they agree prima facie this is a fraudulently altered passport.
Yeah, totally agree.
Attempting to enter Australia under a false identity is a serious offence. And Border Force officers need to try and find out who this man is and what he is really up to.
Look, I want to know, your passport, no good. It's fraudulent. Your driver's license, also fraudulent. Tell me about this.
我也不知道嘛，我老婆给我办的。
Yeah, again, he's saying he doesn't know. Wife got it from me.
Did you know that it was fraudulent?
我想问一下，就是看看到底怎么回事嘛。
He's saying he doesn't know anything about the passport, not sure what happened, and that's why I had it now.
What about your wife's passport?
我不知道嘛。
I don't know. She has already gone through.
She's already gone through.
Officer Alex is surprised when the man reveals his wife was on the flight and passed through the primary line ahead of him.
Interpreter, I'm going to be suspending the interview. Current time is 12:06 hours.
Attention quickly turns to trying to locate the man's wife out in the arrivals hall.
She's born in '93. She stated
She is also travelling on a fake passport. Officers need to find her urgently before she leaves the airport. Australia's biosecurity officers have the enormous task of stopping exotic pests and diseases from entering the country.
These ones here, they're not allowed.
The seeds that you have here in your bag, these are a high-risk item to be brought into Australia.
However, not every bag that arrives is accompanied by its owner, due to the bag being delayed, diverted or lost while in transit. But before they are delivered or picked up by the owner, they need to be checked for any biological threats.
All right, we've got, see over here, Hickson, we've got an unaccompanied bag here. It's a large organic mass in the middle of the bag. It's taken up quite a lot of the bag. Some of the material to me looks like some sort of grainy type material.
I can see that, and the rest of it's all spherical.
Not too sure what it is, so that definitely needs to be investigated.
All right, we'll definitely look at that.
Okay, great. Thank you. Whoops, look what we've got here. That's the rice that we saw in the X-ray.
Yeah, looks like it's a bag that's broken open. Yeah,
So
it's a container of it.
Yep, can you have a look at that one for me, mate?
Yeah.
I'll go through the rest of the bags.
And it seems that checking this particular bag has stopped an extremely high-risk item.
Oh, what do we got here?
Australian Border Force officers have confirmed that this Chinese national is trying to enter the country on a fraudulent passport. He claims his wife gave it to him, and he has just revealed she was on the flight with him and has already been cleared. But officers suspect the woman he is referring to may not be his wife at all.
It's possible that the woman is actually an escort. An escort in this sense is someone facilitating the safe entry into Australia of someone that may be under scrutiny by immigration authorities at the border.
It's more than likely that this woman seen here on airport CCTV footage will be travelling on a genuine passport. But it's strongly suspected that she's been recruited to pose as his wife, to give the impression that they're a legitimate couple simply here for a holiday.
No, I'm just going to go straight in and ask him. Okay.
After obtaining an image of the woman from airport security footage, Border Force officers step up their investigation.
My colleague Ross has gone to the public area of the arrivals hall. We want to locate her, to identify her identity, find out a bit more about him and whether they are in fact actually husband and wife.
Back in the interview room, Officer Alex questions the passenger about the woman.
You stated that you're travelling with your wife. Can you tell me, how long have you been married?
12年了。
12 years.
12 years. And she is your wife?
对啊。
Yeah.
Do you believe that she'd be waiting for you at the airport, or would she have left?
我不知道嘛，也没
I don't know.
Okay.
The man is giving nothing away. But out in the arrivals hall, a female who says she's here to meet him has been located, but it's not his wife.
So the onshore contact has identified Alex's passenger as her uncle that she met 6 years ago in China, a distant relative. Yeah, okay.
It appears that the man's story, as well as his identity, may be completely fabricated. The elderly couple who were caught yesterday in Sydney with food packets filled with a precursor drug say they were set up by this man.
This is the first time this has happened to me, or this.
Oh, you got searched?
No, I've never been searched yet.
By customs?
I've always, because I've had nothing to declare,
Just going straight through?
Yeah.
He has arrived in Melbourne, but has made no mention of the elderly couple or the wedding he had invited them to in Vietnam.
It's not worrying me.
Yeah.
That's your job, you know.
Yeah.
Like I'm a truck driver, I'm used to getting bloody pulled over for no bloody reason and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I've got nothing to hide.
Finally, a question about the man's day trips makes a direct link to the couple.
Did you just went on the tours by yourself?
At the time I had friends with me.
The Vietnamese friends?
No, I took some Greek friends of mine. They come with me.
Oh, so you went on the tour with the Greek couple while you were
they're
there?
Australian, they've been here for 50 years.
Oh, yeah.
They've looked after me in the past, you know, like when I was a kid.
Oh, so you've known him for a long time then?
Yeah.
There is still a good chance the man is also trying to bring drugs into Australia. A swab test could establish if this is the case. Biosecurity officers have opened an unaccompanied bag from China after the X-ray indicated that there were a number of organic objects inside.
Oh, something in there. Looks like a duck egg.
Duck eggs from Asian countries can pose a serious risk of transmitting avian influenza, otherwise known as bird flu.
I can see there's more in here. Think it's a concealment? I mean, it clearly looks like one.
I think I've got something else of interest here as well. I'll take that out. Eggs and rice.
Look at the size of those. Those are either very large duck eggs or goose eggs.
And there's a pong to them as well.
Actually, these might be those Chinese 1,000-year-old eggs, the ones that they bury in soil. They dig them up about 6 months later and eat them.
It was extremely important that these eggs were stopped from entering the country.
The risk with eggs, of course, is there are a number of diseases that affect birds which can be transmitted by the egg, which are not found in Australia, things like Newcastle's disease and avian influenza, which can be transmitted to people as well. But if either of those diseases got out in Australia, it would completely devastate the egg industry, the poultry industry, and could also affect our native wildlife.
As the bag is unaccompanied, the owner cannot be questioned. The eggs are seized and a notice will be placed in the bag to explain why they were taken and some information about Australia's biosecurity laws. Officers have linked this man to an elderly couple who claim he tricked them into carrying 5 kilograms of a precursor drug used to produce ice. And now, a swab of his own bag has returned a positive reading.
The officer before, he did trace detection swab. He came up with a reading for amphetamine.
You check it?
Would you know why we could get a reading from that?
No idea there at all. I've never even had anything to do with that.
Okay.
The man has told officers that he booked the couple's flights and filled out their incoming passenger cards. And in a worrying sign, officers have found a number of blank cards in his bag.
He had about another 10 incoming passenger cards that he intends on completing for other friends and family that will be going on tours to Vietnam. This was in his bag, and this was in here.
Okay.
He grabbed a bunch of cards on the way in.
Yeah. Okay.
No, because you can fill them out before you get to the airport. You've got it all filled out. You know what you're doing.
This may suggest he might be planning to swindle more unsuspecting people into transporting drugs.
Oh, you fill them out for him.
You're saying you often travel to Vietnam with like friends from Australia, and your missus wants you to bring more friends over.
Yeah, because she enjoys it.
Are you planning on going back there again soon?
Oh, hope so. Hope so. Well, it won't be much of a relationship if I don't go back.
And Supervising Officer Craig has just noticed something else that seems suspicious.
Why do you have a bag inside a bag?
Because I didn't want to carry 2 bags.
Oh, right.
That one's got a doona in it. That's all it's got.
Okay. A doona. You don't need a doona in Vietnam, do you?
No.
The bags and the bed cover will be x-rayed, but officers are more concerned that he may be concealing narcotics somewhere else.
It appears the passenger could be carrying packages on his body. He could be body packing, just because there seems to be lumps around his back, the lower part of his back.
So you don't have anything on your body today?
Oh, my teeth.
Your teeth?
Yeah, he took them out because they were falling out.
Keep them in your pocket. All right.
Also, we've had positive readings from the inside of his bag for amphetamines. So because of that, we're going to do a frisk search.
This Chinese national has attempted to enter Australia on a fake passport, with a woman posing as his wife. She has already left the airport, and there is now a different woman claiming to be his niece who is waiting for him.
The onshore contact has identified him as a distant relative but called him uncle. She met him in China 6 years ago.
It's been confirmed that the woman he was travelling with holds a legitimate passport. But when officers check with the hotel that they're supposedly staying at, there is another reason to suspect this has all been an elaborate scam.
We called to confirm the booking. About 15 minutes ago, there was a booking in the passenger's wife's name. However, he was told that the booking had been cancelled about a minute before he rang.
Oh, right.
So this also adds to our concern that the person claiming to be his wife is actually an escort.
Border Force officers believe they have uncovered a very sophisticated plan designed to get the passenger across the border with a fake identity. He is issued with a notice of intention to consider cancelling his visa and given a final chance to offer an explanation.
Okay, Mr. Lee, what is your response?
我的护照不是假的，跟我的护照跟
My passport and my driver license are fake. Can I go back to China?
觉得没有了吗？我就
I want to go home now. That's it.
He finally admits that he knew the documents were fake, and it's a clear-cut decision for Border Force officers, and the man's visa is cancelled.
As you are no longer the holder of a visa, you have been refused immigration clearance. You are now detained under Section 189 of the Migration Act.
suspect the story that an elderly couple told officers that this man had set them up to transport illegal drugs into the country might be true.
Yeah, he's told me that he knows the people that were involved in the seizure in Sydney. They're a lifelong friend that he's known from his hometown.
Although all his bags and belongings have been thoroughly checked and x-rayed, nothing has been found. He is also undergoing a frisk search because of a concern that an unusual bulge around his waist could be a concealment. The frisk is negative.
We're satisfied that the passenger isn't carrying any illicit substances today. However, we do believe that he is involved with the Sydney seizure, so we've referred that to Investigations Branch and they'll be talking to him now.